this alone.
We're a team. We stick together no matter what.
Still, I appreciate it. Anyways, we need to light 3 more braziers. Each one represents an aspect of the self. It's been this way for centuries. It's part of who the Dalish are. Maybe the Archive could have told me why before I freed it, but it's what I know and what I want.
I know it's hard, but you can do this.
I already buried him once. At least this time, it's for real. Let's head to the first brazier. Okay, the first brazier should be ahead somewhere.
How far?
However far it needs to be, I guess. I wonder what we lost. By freeing the Archive, I mean.
Besides an opportunity to be called witless fool a dozen times a day?
Definitely not gonna miss that.
Belara,
Hey, Irilyn.
look, if you need to talk, let me know. I don't want our history to make things awkward, and I'm still your friend, you know? Anyways, time to light the first brazier.
A third we give to the sky, to share your story with the sun and moon. Feels a little weird saying that one with everything we know now. It's not the ancient elves' fault that Elgernon is, well, what he is. Did I make the right choice? Freeing the Archive? Losing that piece of who we were?
Not every question has a good answer, but who we are is just as important as who we were.
Syrian didn't want our people to be defined by our struggle. He wanted to go back to who we were before. He said that's when we were ourselves all the way through. But that struggle, it happened. It changed us into who we are now. Just wish it were easier to know. Okay. Next brazier.
It's unusual to see all these obstacles in the way of a funeral. Death's hard to deal with, though, no matter where you come from.
Each obstacle's supposed to represent grief and moving past it, literally. But yeah, it's a little weird. Probably. Syrian would have laughed at it.
It's unusual to see all these obstacles in the way of a funeral. Death's hard to deal with, though, no matter where you come from.
Each obstacle's supposed to represent grief and moving past it, literally. But yeah, it's a little weird. Probably. Syrian would have laughed at it. Okay, on to the next brazier. What they they did, the Evan-Eurus, to us, I can never forgive.
With any luck, you can say that right to their faces.
Looking forward to it. Nev, what are you doing here?
What? You know I show up for you, Belle. They'd only let one of us come, though. The rest send their regards, especially Emmerich.
I'm just... Wow. Thank you, Nev. And everyone else.
Hey, as long as I'm around, you've got family. All right, go on and light the brazier.
Third, we give to the sea, to share your story with the heart of the world. We always talked about visiting other lands. Syrian and me, I mean. Does the rest of the world look like Thedas? Shattered by the Evan-Eurus? What would things have been like if they'd never existed?
The past isn't just one thing. It's all the little choices and events that add up.
Who knows what choices we would have made, if they would have been better or worse. But I keep thinking the Elven were the first people the Evan-Eurus enslaved. They broke us and kept us broken. We survived in spite of them, not because of them. But it's still hard, knowing what I know. Okay, on to the next one. Okay, one more brazier to go. I'd always get the words wrong. In the rituals, I mean. Syrian would laugh at me. Well, not in a mean way, and he'd help me. It meant a lot.
So why are there people waiting after the obstacles?
It's a reminder that on the other side of even the hardest days, people are there for you. I like it. It's literal in a really reassuring way.
Yeah, that's a nice thought. I thought Dalish clans planted trees for their funerals.
This is what we've always done, that I remember, anyway. Well, we didn't use ancient magic before. First time I went to a funeral was for my grandmother. I was 7, had to climb through a bunch of fallen trees. By the time I got to the end, I was dirty and tired and sad, but not as sad as I thought I'd be. So I guess it worked. At least a little bit.
Balara, I'm sorry about Syrian.
Thanks, Strife. I'm glad you're here.
He was one of us, even if he never officially joined.
He died protecting Arlathan, even knowing the cost.
Saving the world. Seems like it might run in the family. Time to light the last brazier.
And a third returns to the soil, to blossom once again into life. And that's it. A Dalish funeral, or one version, at least. It hasn't changed much in centuries, from and to the earth.
I think Syrian would have appreciated it. There's a reason it stayed constant for so long. The rituals tie us together.
You know, I thought I'd be sadder, but I'm okay, mostly. It hurts, but a little bit less every day. Freeing the archive, was it the right choice? Does it mean Syrian died for nothing?
Well, you sent Daenerys back to whatever nightmare he came from. That's not nothing.
That's a really good point. He wanted to reclaim our past, find the truth of who we were. He never got that, never found out what he wanted. But he did the right thing. And I got to say goodbye. That's worth something, right? Now I have to live my life for him, for me, and for our people.
That's all any of us can do. Just keep living and putting one foot in front of the other.
It's just hard. Sometimes. Harder than it should be. We'll figure out who we were, who we are, and we'll do it the right way. It's time we let the ghosts of the past rest. I hope you've found peace, and that we'll meet again. Goodbye, Syrian. I love you.
Should you need me, I'm ready to plunge back into the fray.
You. I've secured my attendance at the Sword of Draken at the Royal Theatre tomorrow night.
What's this Lichdom Rite actually like?
I must pass through the gates and meet the oldest forces in the necropolis. A final appraisal of my soul.
Hail the living! Emmerich Volkaren and his chosen witness, Rock, the challenger who has rebuked the cruel elven gods. Collect yourselves for the right.
I'm afraid this is as far as you're permitted. If anything should perchance go wrong, what things we've already seen. Thank you for taking me on, Rook.
There's not another necromancer I'd rather have by my side.
Truly?
Truly. Good luck, Emmerich.
I am come to be judged by the dead. see so much more clearly now. The deeper eddies of the Fade, the pulse of the necropolis. I have been through blood and darkness, and I have emerged into light.
You look so happy, Emmerich.
I am gifted with an existence few have even dreamed of. All thanks to a friend who helped me find a clear and steady heart. Thank you for coming, everyone. Please, bear with me. This will be rather difficult to explain. I may appear the same as always, as I stand before you, but I've recently undergone a ritual that...
I thought you'd have a skull face. Like a skeleton.
It must be his glamour. It's really something, Professor. I can't sense you're a lich at all.
Harding!
Oh, no. Was becoming a lich a secret?
So, the lich stuff is true, and you crossed that line.
It's been a long day. If you already know about the lich stuff, maybe we should talk later?
Oh, Harding only told us some of it.
I'm really sorry, Emmerich.
I'm not angry. I'm only disappointed.
No. That's worse.
Just tell me you'll keep your skin on.
That's not how it...
I should take notes.
Yeah, look, why don't we just start from the beginning?
Are you satisfied? Yes, I have entered lichdom, and I am not an abomination, or a demon, or a disconsolate spirit. I have become something more. And yet I am still fully possessed of myself.
So you are a skeleton. Got it.
I wouldn't have helped Emmerich if I didn't trust him to...
Thank you, Rook, but please allow me. I'd like to think some of us have become friends. I value that more than you might know. But I am changed, and I would never cause you distress by staying where I'm no longer welcomed.
You're no weirder than you were before.
I've seen worse with the Wardens.
You all... really?
I think you'll be fine.
Okay, now, question time.
Rook, I had an idea. I figured it's a good time to check in with Eldrin. See how his Griffin training is coming along. Want to come with me to Arlathan?
Sounds like a plan.
It'll be good to see those feathery faces again.
Stalgard should be around here somewhere.
I hope he's fully recovered from being trapped in the rock.
I hope so too, but the Kalsharak dwarves are tough. I'd like to see Kalsharak. Do you think Stalgard would take me? Should I ask him? Would that be rude?
Only if you ask rudely.
They're wary of outsiders, but I could learn so much about the dwarves, about myself. Maybe once things have settled down a bit. Of course.
Is it just me, or does it feel different now?
You're right. Something's different. Maybe it's because the expression of the Titan's pain that looked like me doesn't live here anymore.
I can't believe that made perfect sense.
I'll just move this rock out of our way. You got it.
Is this entire mountain a Titan?
It's been still for so long. I can't tell where it begins and ends. It's big, though. They all were. Those rocks I can move were all parts of the Titans once. Once I knew, I couldn't forget it. Now I sense them all the time, whether they're dead or just sleeping. The story of their fall is the story of our birth. It's why we don't dream, why we're resistant to lyrium, and the reason we feel the earth in our guts. Leave it to me. They mined lyrium here too. Isn't that a little ghoulish? Lyrium is the blood of our ancestors. Maybe ancestors isn't the right word. We were part of them. We were them. I don't know the right word.
No darkspawn around the deep roads on the way here?
Lace Harding's shade kept them away for a
Oh,
time.
there he is.
So they'll be back.
Stalgard.
It is hard to say. Ah, good. We are all here. I wanted you to meet my sister, Dura. She is a steward of Kal Sharok's memories. A historian.
We have heard of your gifts. We wanted to meet you. To learn from you.
From me?
About the Titans. About our past.
You came here to meet me. To talk to me?
Hey, I'd want to meet you too if I heard all the stories.
I've learned so much, but I know there's still more to discover. I could tell you what I've learned, but maybe it's better if I show you. Hear the song of the stone. You children of Titans.
This is the eternal hymn.
The prayer and the proclamation.
Isa Tunal.
I felt it. I felt the Titans.
I opened my heart to all of you, but I could hold it only for a moment.
But there was an eternity in that moment. Thank you.
No. Thank you. Being here with you. With all of you. I finally understand. We will carry the Titans in our hearts, but it is no longer their time. It is ours.